Parashat Terumah, no better place to talk to you about it from Eretz Israel, where we're starting to talk about the house of Hashem. There's only one place in the world that the house of Hashem could be built, the permanent one, we all know is in Yerushalayim. Yet this week's Parshat is starting about the Mishkan that was taken with them throughout the desert, throughout the Midbar. And it's pretty remarkable to realize that steps, even as holy as a Mikdash, needed to be integral as part of the journey. Something that you don't just push off when they enter into Eretz Israel. It's something we need to keep striving for till we get to the ultimate building of Beit HaMikdash. And the same way in our generation. We need to have shoals, and we need to have communities, and we need to push the Kedusha the same way that Mishkan was put together in the Midbar. That's what the goal of the Mishkan is. Where does it come from? How does it start? With the Terumah. With the fact that every person is committed, takes part in it. It's not enough to be something that just a group of people want to do. It's something that is an obligation for every single family to take part in order to build that holiness. If we want to get to Beit HaMikdash, we need 100% participant. And the truth is, when you look into Sefer Shemot, it's pretty strange. Why is the Mishkan? Why is all these Parshiot showing up over here? We just finished Yetziat Mitzrayim, Kriyat Yamsuf, Parashat Mishpatim that spoke about the monetary needs and agreements between people. Now the Mishkan, we have the next Sefer. Sefer Vayikra is going to be talking all about the Korbanot and Mikdash. Why now? There's a beautiful Ramban, Nachmanides. In the beginning is an introduction to Sefer Shemot. And he says one line. And his line is so profound that I want to read it in to you, that we should all remember this. Says the Ramban, Vehine hagalut einenu nishlam. Exile is not completed. Ad yom shuvam el mekomam ve'el ma'alat avotam yashuvu. It's not enough just to come back home. They also need to come back to that level of their forefathers. The ability of Avraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov to speak directly to God. The Imaot to speak directly to God. To cry out and to have that conversation. That is something that during exile we were lacking. And we're coming back physically, and we're also striving to come back to that relationship the Avot and Imaot had with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And how do we achieve that? We achieve that through the Mishkan, through the Mikdash. Says the Ramban, that's why Sefer Shemot, which is the book of redemption, is the book that's ending with the point of Kedusha. The first part was the physical. The last part is the redemption of spirituality. And that is the concept that we in Bnei Akiva strive for so much. We're connecting religious Zionism. We're coming home, building physically the land, building it with holiness. We're bringing back the entire Sefer of Shemot. And that's what is starting to happen in these coming weeks of these Parshiot of the Mishkan and Mikdash. Shabbat Shalom. Looking forward, seeing you all here in Eretz Israel.